This was me and my car. It was early 2000s and I was just getting into this very expensive hobby, cars. Despite of being an introvert, I started going to car meets, meeting new people, and learning more about cars. Naturally, I started modifying my car. Intake, exhaust, boost controller, and all the other things. I had no idea what I was doing. I just did whatever the other guys were doing. I noticed a lot of guys were obsessed with horsepower. I wasn't, and I felt out of place. I quickly grew tired of these social gatherings. I thought maybe I wasn't a car guy after all. But then my suspension arrived. It was from a group buy, and it took forever to ship. It couldn't have come at a better time, because I was about to lose interest in cars. So I got them installed. I had the alignment done. On the way home, I wanted to test out the new setup. So I accelerated through the loop ramp onto the freeway. The stability drastically improved. It was by far the most rewarding mod. The joy was overwhelming. I couldn't help but smile. It was a moment I'll never forget. I found my thing. Maybe I was a car guy after all. And maybe I should stay at the car scenes. Because that's what car guys do, no? I was single anyway. Going to these social events would increase my chance of meeting girls.
Oh my God.
Wrong. You don't get to meet chicks at car meets. Statistically, cars attract dudes. I repeat, cars attract dudes. As an introvert, I am not against socializing. My social battery just depletes very fast. And if there were no chicks, I would rather be driving on a back road somewhere. I eventually made peace with myself. I was a car guy who didn't like to socialize. No big deal. Fast forward a few years, I started dating this girl, which means we were driving to all kinds of places. She did not like how stiff the car was. Again, this was early 2000. Cops were into donuts instead of Chipotle. Once they got high on sugar, they would be busting crimes all over your friendly neighborhoods for things like not coming to full 3-second stop at stop signs,
Right to jail.
not using signal lights when changing lanes,
Also jail.
going 26 in 25 zone.
Believe it or not, jail right away.
I even had a correctional officer refusing to sign off my fix-it ticket, saying that I still had an aftermarket exhaust on. I had to show him a brochure to prove that the exhaust was OEM. He did eventually sign off the ticket, although he was still bitching about how the exhaust tip was too big and that I should cut it off and put on a smaller one.
What?
To avoid unnecessary attention, I started driving the minivan more. The suspension was softer, it was easy to get in and out of, it was just a lot more comfy to be in. On the other hand, the car started sitting in the garage, started collecting dust. The idea of selling the car crossed my mind, and shortly after, the car was sold. Just like that, I was no longer a car guy. Even if I heard others talking about cars and non-car related social events, I would just stay quiet, because I was not a car guy. Though I would still look at other people's cars and judge them based on how they treated their cars. Fast forward again, 15 years. I got married. and became a father to 2 kids. I wanted to stay in shape, so I started playing basketball again. Yes, introverts are allowed to play sports. I noticed this one dude was always coming to the gym in different cars. Turned out he ran a shop specializing in carbon fiber parts for the exotics, and he casually invited me to hang out at his shop.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
In my defense, the shop was really close to my house. While I was there, I saw a Huracan, I saw NXX, I saw S2000, I saw another S2000, and another.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, this guy is definitely a car guy. Since that day, something changed. She started to appear in my dreams. And in my dreams, she was still mine. The dream occurred every few weeks or so, and it went on for years. Sometimes the dreams were so real, I would wake up thinking that if I just opened the door to the garage, she would be there. Over time, I started to grow sick of having these dreams because I hated that feeling of letdown, that sense of loss and remorse. I would rather not dream at all. Eventually, I learned to tell whether or not I was in a dream. If she showed up, I would simply wake myself up and go back to sleep again. And it worked. She was gone again, this time from my dreams. One day, the car guy texted me, said he wanted to show me his new toy. So I went to the shop. And there it was. Same color, same year, same spec. The car guy said he wanted to remove all the old wires before he started working on. I don't remember. I wasn't really paying attention to him. But I did lend a hand, because I knew where every screw, every bolt, and every nut was located. That night, out of curiosity, I looked into the used car market, and a decision has been made. I decided that I want to live a healthier lifestyle, meaning that I should start going to bed early. And if I go to bed early, maybe I'll have some quality sleep. Maybe I'll have good dreams. Maybe I'll see her again.